Hello Aries and welcome to Soul Sundays. Aries, it's a quick 3-card spread for your week ahead, so let's get started. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my higher self, I call upon you now to give me a clear and accurate reading for the sign of Aries. Please show me what they need to hear, not what they want to hear for their week ahead. Spirit, can I please have 3 cards, one for mind, body and soul? There's a few that popped out there, so I'm going to try one more time because I want it just to be one card that actually pops. I'll adjust that camera too so you guys can see properly. Just one card, please. 4 of Stars. So 4 of Wands talks about advancement, wanting to build a foundation, a happy home. It's the card typically I look for commitment, marriage, wanting to make a love commitment to someone potentially. It often speaks about foundation in all things though. It can be foundation in career, foundation in many different ways. You have a lot of cards wanting to come out together, as it's showing me that for some of you there's a bit of stagnant energy, which is no surprise that your card for wellness this week comes up as meditation. I think it's speaking about needing to find a bit of grounding. Perhaps some of you are traveling at the moment, not at home, but wanting to be at home, wanting to be back at home and grounded. Just one card please for Aries. Thank you so much for their soul message for the week ahead. Fortitude. Beautiful. Okay. All right, Aries, so let's adjust this so you can see properly and then we'll get straight into the reading. So 4 of Stars. This is a great card, as I said. It's 4 of Wands in traditional tarot, and it speaks about 4s are all about foundational things, right? It's the 4 pillars, trying to build something on solid ground. What I like about this particular card is if you have a look, it's showing like everything coming into completion. If you have a look on her face, she's already got 3 of the stars, she's just missing the 4th. So for you, Aries, this week, your mindset could very much be on trying to build for your future, trying to build that structure. It's like, what am I missing? What I really love about the description of this, it speaks about building a new chapter, right? It's like, this is what you're bringing to the fore and this is the one star that's missing, the one thing in your life. For some of you, I do feel, and I try and keep these soul readings very much about you and where you're at, but I do feel it's about love. And for others of you, it's either love or friendship, and for others of you, it's like business, okay? Like creating something new, because wands are all about creative passion, ideas, that kind of thing. The description says, walk the path of your joyous heart, be loyal to your inner truth, and soon you'll be celebrating. So in other words, be true to yourself and everything will fall into place, right? And the meaning of the card says, the 4 of Stars opens a new chapter. A business, creative venture, relationship, or friendship is about to shift and transform into a fresh way of being. Give yourself a pat on the back, the hard work is done. This is a time for rejoicing and celebration. At its foundation, this card is a physical or symbolic union or birth. Open your heart to receive, for you are worthy of all that you want to create and experience. As you learn to love and embrace yourself, you allow others to love and embrace you. It's a beautiful card, Aries. It really speaks about a lot of spiritual development. You're either completing something and then bringing something else new into your life. As I said to you before, I'm getting very much that strong feeling of setting your sights towards, well, I've got these 3 stars, these 3 things that I'm achieving really well in my life. I'm just missing X. And whatever X is for you. But I'm feeling for a lot of you, it's about relationship and starting something new, which is a little bit exciting. I am going to start doing the relationship readings again, so hold tight for those. But yeah, I definitely feel that for you this week. Meditation. So if you guys don't know already, I speak about meditation a lot. If you don't have a meditation practice, this could be the nudge for you to go get one this week, to have a look at one, to download an app. One app that I recommend all the time is called Insight Timer. But one thing I wanted to bring up about meditation, I was chatting to a good friend of mine, actually 2 different friends of mine that suffer from anxiety and that struggle to find the time to actually sit and meditate. I have a video on meditation. I might pop it at the end of this link, but I speak a lot about how when I first started, I found it very difficult to sit still for a minute and kind of close my eyes and find nothingness, because that's what I thought you had to do. But the truth with meditation is that's not what it's about. When you actually realize that meditation is like giving yourself, your brain, a reboot, right? So it's about actually You know, just like we brush our teeth every day, it's like taking the time out to give the most important part of our body that little refresh, you know. Some people can't do that. They're not ready to do that. So another way that I have friends that do it is they read. Now, often, depending on where we are in our lives, we've done a lot of reading through schooling, through education, through our jobs. You know, some of you in legal professions, you read big textbooks. Others of you are mechanical engineers or civil engineers or, you know, structural engineers. And there's a lot of text and stuff that you read when it comes to work. But I'm talking about reading stuff that's just fun. That in itself is a form of meditation. This is what two of my friends who struggle with anxiety right now are going through, because they find it difficult to meditate because their mind's still racing. So for them, actually reading something that's fiction or fictionist, that's fun, that entertains them, that's what allows them to go into a meditative state. So if you're not quite at the stage of meditation, then reading could be for you. Your spiritual message this week is on fortitude. I love this card because it ties in very well with the Four of Wands, which is all about building that base. Fortitude for me speaks about actually starting to get the groundwork to go forward, right? It's about understanding that regardless of what you've been through, that you deserve to be loved and that you are loved for all things. It's also a card that speaks about change. If you kind of have a look, I tend to see this card as very seasonal. I see a lot of autumn messages coming through. I see different spirit animals coming through. So much symbolism in this card. But it's speaking about the fact that things are always changing, right? Nothing ever stays still. And in the book it says, when all around you changes, as it most surely will, love will always be there. The fact that you clearly are loved will never change, for to love is love's will. So once again, even though it's a soul reading, I'm telling you, it's got a deep underbelly of love and finding new love, finding friendships, connections, maybe rekindling with a partner. But I feel like it's like having the fortitude to understand that even though your world may be changing right now, that it's okay, because at its core there's nothing to fear. You're always going to be supported. All right, Aries, that was your reading. I hope you found it helpful. It's going to be an interesting week for you before we get to that new moon. And if there is someone new that you're starting to see, I feel like around about that new moon, which is on the 28th, is where things could really kick into gear. So I wish you much love and light. I hope you all have a great week. Take care.